Hey guys, so a lot of you have been requesting a build video and I was waiting for the update to drop. And now that we have the update, I figured that it was a good time to make this build video finally. I will be showing you builds for rapid, spread and pierce bows. However, since everyone will have a different charm, I will start the video with a skill priority list so you know what charm to be looking for. Okay, so let's get right down to it. So first we have our core skills, those should be on every bow build. And of course, on the top of the list we have the Mighty Bow skill. The Mighty Bow skills unlock the charge level 4, which has a significantly higher modifier than the charge level 3, so this is a pretty significant boost to your damage. Following that we have Constitution 2 and Stamina Surge 2. For me personally, this is the lowest I would go for stamina skills. If you use that setup, I strongly suggest that you do not use the absolute power shot because it will be frankly unplayable. And finally we have the shot type up 3, so it's either rapid up 3, spread 3 or pierce 3. It is quite simply the biggest damage boost that you get on the bow. At level 3 it gives you a 20% damage boost to your roll damage. This skill should be the first damage skill that you should be maxing out. This is your first priority when it comes to damage. Okay, then we're gonna move out to the recommended skills, and the first one will be Weakness Exploit 3. It gives you 50% affinity for just 3 points, which is a very efficient skill. Then I will strongly suggest that you max out the stamina, and that means having Constitution 4 and Stamina Surge 3. If you don't know why I'm recommending this stamina combo, you can check my stamina video on my channel and I will leave it in the description. And finally we have Elemental Attack 5. This should be pretty easy to slot in because the decoration is just a level 1. And finally we have the extra skills. So basically when you're done with your build, if you have extra space, you can fill in whatever you want. Some of the common extra skills that we see is if you use Dodge Bolt, you can use Evade Extender 1. Quick Load 2 is also a very good utility skill, so it's really up to you. Okay, so now let's move on to the actual builds, and we're gonna start with the rapid bows. And as a lot of you probably noticed, a lot of the bows didn't get any upgrades, and the Rampage bows did get an upgrade. That means that for rapid, all the bows will be Rampage bows. So I hope you like the way they look because you're gonna see them a lot. Okay, so how should you ramp up your Rampage bows? So the first ramp up is a toss up between Elemental and Attack. I will leave a link to Elpsy's website where it goes in detail into the calculations, but the difference is incredibly small. On some matchup, the attack ramp up will do a tiny bit more damage, and on some other matchups the elemental ramp up will do more damage, but we're talking 1 or 2 points of damage differences. It looks like most of the time the elemental ramp up will do a tiny bit more damage, so this is the one that I recommend. The second ramp up is actually pretty straightforward, you just choose the element that you want, and the third ramp up for rapid bows obviously is going to be the rapid ramp up. As far as coatings go, the first one should obviously be the power coating, which is the main coatings for bows. And the second coating that I recommend is the exhaust coating. Just having this exhaust coating on your bow will add 10 attack to your bow stats. Okay, so let's talk about builds now. And with this update, it got a lot easier to get a meta build than in the first update. In fact, Capcom added most of the missing decorations, so now you don't have to have a very specific charm to get all the skills that you need. For the purpose of this video, I chose a very standard and basic charm, Constitution 2 and a level 2 slot. I will not be using the level 1 slot, and the second skill doesn't matter, just for the example of this video. And the first thing you need to understand when you're farming for a new charm is that you're not looking for a specific skill on that charm, but rather you are looking for a charm that is as efficient as possible. If you look at this charm that I have in the video, I have 2 levels of Constitution that is a level 2 decoration. So in a way you can think of it as having 2 level 2 slots. And on top of that I have 1 level 2 empty slot. So you can think of this charm as a charm that gives you 3 level 2 slots. If I had 2 points of weakness exploit or 2 points of stamina surge or any other skills, it would be the exact same efficiency. So that's what you're looking for, efficiency and not specific skills. And here is the rest of the build. So obviously for the head, we're gonna have Mighty Bow, this is a given. The Vaik arms are very efficient. It gives you rapid level 2, which is a level 2 skills, and 2 level 1 slots. So it is a very efficient piece of equipment for rapid bows. The Rachna legs are extremely efficient for bow builds. It gives you Constitution 2, Stamina Surge 2, and a level 1 slot. So in terms of efficiency, you get 4 level 2 skills and a level 1 slot, which is huge. So by now you're probably wondering why we chose the Vaik chest and a chrome medal for the waist. The answer is that it gives you very good slot efficiency. They both give you a level 3 slot, a level 2 slot, and a level 1 slot. So not only you're able to fit in a lot of skills, but also it makes it very flexible and you can adapt depending on what charm you have. Those are basically blank piece of equipment that will let you fit in the skills that you're missing. And I know I'm going to be asked in the comment section, and unfortunately the Teostra bow is just too weak. His row is too low and the blast does not make up for it, so as of right now it does not have a place in the meta. And the same goes for Enjanath bow. Since he did not get upgraded but the Rampage bow did, even though he has a lot of row, he has negative affinity, he has worse shot type level than the Rampage bow, and it has worse elements, so the extra row does not make up for it, and Rampage Fireball just takes the edge over the Enjanath bow. Okay, so let's talk about spread bows very quickly. Spread is in a very bad spot right now. We didn't get any good spread bows, and even the Rampage Bow 5 is still stuck at spread level 4, which is not so great. I cannot recommend to play spread bow in this patch. However, if you still want to play spread bow because you like the playstyles, here's my recommendation build wise. You can see that the build is mostly the same. We just changed the Vaik arms for the Gyroturus arms. And the reason is the Vaik arms have rapid up, which is not useful on spread bows. And the Gyroturus arms also have a level 3, 2 and 1 empty slots, which makes it very flexible. As for the bow, we're also gonna use the Rampage bow, and the only difference in the ramp up is that instead of having the rapid ramp up, we're gonna have the spread ramp up. And finally, we're gonna talk about the only shot type that survived this patch. That's right, Pierce is the only shot type that does not use Rampage bows. So this first build is a raw Pierce build with a Nagakuga bow, and this is the attack boost version. So this is the most consistent version and it works on everything. There is also a weakness exploit plus critical boost version. But for variation of those builds, I'll let you look at Erpsi's website in the description, because I don't want to put too many builds in this video. And finally, I'm gonna mention the Kushala bow and the new Rachna bow. They both have very similar profile with very high elements, low row and high affinity. And for good Pierce matchups that have high elemental hit zone for fire and ice, those bows are actually pretty good. So if you want to use them, feel free to do it. And if you want to build for that, you can use the same build as before. Just make sure that you slot in Fire 5 or Ice 5. Okay, that's pretty much it. I think we covered everything. Just keep in mind that yes, there will be different variations of those builds, but it's impossible for me to cover everything since the charm is gonna be different for everyone. But I think this build should be able to cover most situations. Okay, let me know in the comment sections if you have any questions. And for the next build video, if you have any recommendations or things that I can improve on, let me know. See you next time.